Hey guys, welcome back to the Motor Grow podcast and channel. That is right. I know I promised to upload video versions of the podcast episode, and I did not. I don't know what, I completely forgot about it or what, but it is Sunday, it is 4:39, and we are headed out to church, evening service, going back to Spokane. It's a 45-minute drive there, so I have perfect time to make this. My wife is not with me. She's actually on another vehicle and going to her night job. She does childcare, and sometimes she has a night shift, very rarely, for the family that she watches the kids for. And so tonight is just the night, and so we got to take separate cars to church. She's going to go right after church service to her childcare job. And so that leaves me with a 45-minute drive there to do a podcast episode with you guys. And now again, every episode from now on, I'll try to record a video version of it and post it to the Motor Grow channel. Now, if you guys haven't seen, I revamped everything. I changed the design, changed the logo. So everything's brand new. There's no 2020 Motor Grow podcast anymore. I think I started in 2020. But everything's brand new for 2022. Changed the whole thing, revamped it, and so hope you guys appreciate that. Let me know in the comments down below if you are on YouTube how everything looks, how the logo looks. Let me know, provide me with some feedback. I'd greatly appreciate it. But anyways, just want to give you guys an update and talk a little bit with you. One, I wanted to let you guys know about the change of that second channel. If you haven't seen it, type it in, Motor Grow. If you're watching on YouTube, this is what it is. And my original channel still stays, Phil's Lawn Care. Again, Phil's Lawn Care is just going to be about me mowing lawns, overgrown yards, overgrown edges, cleanups, all that. Now, the Motor Grow channel is not just only going to have podcast episodes, but it's also going to have like trailer setups and all that, and equipment repair, equipment, tune-ups, showing you like some tool review or equipment reviews. If companies want to send me out equipment, I'll do reviews on that channel. So it's going to be lawn care related and podcast episodes, so like this. All right, so hope you guys appreciate it. There's not going to be a certain time or day that I'm going to post them. I'll try to get one out once a week, but I highly doubt it. It's hard enough to do once a week with the Phil's Lawn Care channel, so we'll see how it goes. And one more thing I mentioned in my podcast episode number 60, this is 61 by the way, number 60 in audio format. I have, and by the way, it is raining, so that's why you hear my wipers, and we are recording in the truck while driving, so be very careful on the road. I have reached out to Cujo Yardwear. If you guys don't know Cujo, it's a good company. They make boots and shoes, and I think shirts and hats, maybe stickers, but they're mainly famous for their yardwear boots and shoes. And I have never in my life have worn any Cujo Yardwear shoes or boots. And so I've always heard online, I've never heard physically someone wearing them and telling me, yeah, these are great. Never tried it myself. I've only read reviews online, like people on Instagram or on Cujo Yardwear leave reviews, letting them know that, yeah, these are amazing, these are great. And so I wanted to see what all the hype was about, and I reached out to Cujo, and I'm like, hey, I'm really interested in your new Cujo Jags. They're a boot shoe that's going to be coming out in April 2022, which is just a month away. It is March, if those of you that are listening in the future. It is March right now. So a month away, going to be coming out. And what this is it's a laceless boot. And so if you guys don't know me well enough, I only wear laceless boots and shoes. I don't know if it's a problem I have, but I don't like laces. I mean, it's just me. I don't like laces. I have to have laceless shoes or boots, okay? That's just my personal preference. I don't know what about laces. I guess they get untied sometimes when you're in the middle of trimming or on a job and you're walking a lot. They get untied. It's just one more thing to do. And so laceless shoes, I don't know, I just love them. And I saw the Cujo Jags. I'm like, I got to try those. You know, this is my opportunity to finally give Cujo a shot. So I reached out to him. I said, hey, I'm willing to buy them, but I'm just wondering if you guys want to maybe send me a pair for the channel, for the Phil's Lawn Care channel, to try them out and to give you guys my honest feedback. And they agreed. They're like, sure. And so they will be sending me a pair out. I've already received a Cujo hat. It's in the back somewhere. And that was nice enough for them to send me the hats, just the green, lime, and or lime green and gray one. Excuse me. So that I'll get the hat and I'll get the shoes and I'll try them out, post them in one of my videos. I didn't say I will do like a product specific review because I don't do that, but maybe I'll do it on this channel as well. So they'll get, you know, double bang for their buck, and everyone will win in the end because they'll get publicity. They'll get people to click on the links that I'll have posted in the description and comment section. And, you know, it'll only cost them, what, $130, $140 to give me a pair of shoes, hat, and shipping tax or whatever. So that's just one update. All right, that's one update that I wanted to clarify because I know I mentioned it. I told you guys I would let you know. So one more thing, this episode or video is not going to be about Cujo. It's not going to be about driving. It's actually going to, well, kind of, it's about driving. It's about truck maintenance. How is your truck doing? I just went yesterday to I was due for an oil change on this truck. And now, yes, I know a lot of you are probably gonna be like, Phil, why'd you take it somewhere to get an oil change? Well, first of all, I like to keep records of all of my equipment maintenance and all that. I like to keep it all on file, on record. And so I have records on file with one company, and then when I moved to Idaho, I had to find another company to go to that's reputable, that offers a lot of services as far as mechanic work. And so, well, not mechanic work, but mainly like maintenance for the truck. And so I went to Valve Line. I think I paid $75 or $80. And you know what? I even had them replace the air filter. I know I can do it. I know I can go to O'Reilly's, buy one, install it. But theirs were like $15, $20. That's it. They don't charge for labor to install it. I'm like, go ahead. You know, you might as well. I knew my cabin air filter is good. I actually checked it myself after the service, and it looked pretty good. I just blew out a little bit of leaves, but it's probably due for a replacement, maybe midsummer. So that goes to show, guys, that why is it that like we care for our equipment, but some guys don't care really much about their trucks? Is it because you drive an old beater truck that, you know, runs really poorly and it's about to break down anyway, so you don't want to invest money into it? Or is it just because we are lazy and we forget? Well, I think it's sometimes, you know, the thing is, like, when you buy a truck, like I bought this new truck, paid cash for it. I want the life to be preserved, and I want to maximize the life of this truck. And how do you do that? You do regular maintenance on it. And that's what we should be doing as well for all of our trucks, no matter what you have. Regular maintenance is fine. Now, when you're getting into mechanical, expensive, extensive repairs, then yeah, you should probably consider, you know, weigh your expenses and see if it's reasonable enough to repair, or the cost of the machine is greater than the value, or the cost of the repair is greater than the value of the machine, type of deal. Like sometimes we do that with the equipment. I went and got the oil change and the air filter, and then I also, I don't know about you guys, but when I get the oil change, I like to add some seafoam to the oil and to the gas. I don't do this all the time. I do this maybe, once every month, as I add a whole can of seafoam to my fuel system, and then I add a little bit of seafoam to the oil when it just got replaced. You can do it before or you can do it after. I know it's more beneficial if you do it before, and I know it's beneficial if you add the fuel stabilizer when you're like on empty and you run it on empty, that it'll clean it more or something like that. But I just do it because I believe in this stuff. I know some people are like, well, it's a gimmick, it doesn't work, it's just snake oil. I love seafoam. It's good stuff. It cleans your injectors, it cleans your whole fuel system, keeps everything nice and stabilized. And sometimes, not all the time, I add the seafoam fuel injector cleaner, which is like the octane booster or whatever. Sometimes I add that. I did that actually yesterday just to try it out. I've never tried out the product. And so I add the regular seafoam, and then I added the octane booster seafoam into the fuel system, and we'll see about the mileage. I do a lot of driving, and so for those of you lawn care guys, maybe you're trying to increase your fuel miles per gallon, maybe that's something you should try. And I'm not an expert, I'm not a mechanic in this, so if you really think that seafoam does not work, it's a gimmick, let me know in the comments down below. I feel like it works, so if you feel like it doesn't work, leave your comments down below or email me philslawn@gmail.com. Another thing that they recommended me doing is to change my differential fluids, front and rear. And now the front, these ones, I think they said something about changing them every 30,000 miles, which I'm past due for that. I'm at 47,000, so I'm like, oh wow, I didn't know. So that is $80 or $90 per service, and that's not just for the front and rear, that's for the front 80 and then for the back 80, so $160 total. I am going to be doing that as well. I'm going to be changing out my fluids, and that'd be it. That's it basically. I bought new tires December or January, one of those two. I bought new tires, so I'm good on tires, good on oil, good on air filters. Fuel filter, they said every like 60,000 miles, so I'm not there yet. We'll have to change that out later. And so, man, traffic on the road on a Sunday. Can you believe that? I guess it's raining, so people have to be careful. And how about your headlights? Have you checked your headlights? You got to make sure that your truck is ready for the season. Make sure you check everything. Maybe you haven't used your truck in a month and it's just been sitting there. Well, make sure it's ready. If you don't use your truck for personal use, make sure it's ready, for the lawn care season. Make sure you have no holes. Make sure you have no nails in your tires. Check your brakes. When was the last time you changed your shocks? When was the last time you changed your tires, your oil, your air filters, your cabin air filters, your headlight bulbs, tail light bulbs, reverse bulbs? Have you checked all those things to make sure you're ready for the season? Guys, these are just small things that really go over people's heads. Like, people assume that their trucks are ready to go for the season when they just haven't been used for like a month. Or have you checked that? Make sure that your trailer connector is hooked up and all operating well. Because sometimes you plug in your connector and then you get like flashing lights or something dumb, like your left turn signal won't operate, or your lights won't work because your connection's all like bad, twisted, and kinked. Make sure that your trailer connection is good. How about your battery? When is the last time you changed your battery? Is your battery good? Are you buying good quality batteries? Like, I bought this one battery from, I believe, Walmart, and it lasted, man, 2 years, maybe a year. And I told my dad about it, and he's like, why are you buying batteries from Walmart? I'm like, well, because they're cheap. He's like, well, there's your answer. You're buying cheap batteries that are lasting, 1 to 2 years. And I'm like, well, I thought, he's like, no. Go and buy some interstate batteries. Well, yeah, I just need one. He's a truck driver, my dad. And so if you don't know, on semis, they got like eight batteries, or 4 to 8 batteries or something underneath a cab. And he only runs interstate. He said they got great warranty. I think there's like a 5-year warranty on the batteries. And he's like, I only run those, nothing else. Nothing else can hold up, especially driving on a semi. They pull a lot of power on those semi trucks, so that's why they need all those batteries. And I'm not an expert in diesel mechanics, man. Don't. If I said something wrong, man, please correct me. All right, I'm always willing to learn. But yeah, have you checked your battery? Maybe you have a diesel truck and you have 2 batteries. Well, then you gotta check both of them and make sure you replace both. Don't just replace one and then chase the other one down a year later. Replace them both at the same time. So that way, you know exactly that you've replaced both. And if one goes out, well, it might be a premature loss, or you might have to warranty it out, yada yada, so on and so forth. You don't have to play the guessing game later, you know what I mean? And I know you have like stickers and all that stuff on them, but still, just do them all at the same time. Let's see what else we talked about. I think that's it, man. Still got 20 more minutes to go. How about so truck maintenance? One more thing, guys, and this could be maintenance. I guess it's maintenance for your paint. How about maybe thinking of getting a car wash membership? Now, I know that some of you are like, nah, man, that's no way. I'm gonna be, spending so much money, washing my truck. It's only like $20 a month for like the cheapest plan, and $30 for the most expensive. Okay, I got a membership. I got the best one. I got a nice truck, so if I had a beater truck, I'd still get a wash membership, and for like $20, and pay $20 a month. You can go unlimited times. Think about this. You go one time to an automatic wash and you're paying $15, $20 for the premium. But you can pay $20 a month and go unlimited times. You can go once a day. You can go 30 times a month. Think about that kind of savings. And I'm not promoting automatic washes. I know sometimes they damage vehicles, they scratch. I don't have a I have a good truck, a nice truck, a new truck that I bought 2 years ago. I want to, extend the value of it, but I don't want to drive all dirty, around and show up to my properties in a dirty vehicle. I want my stuff to last, and so I want to be presentable as well. So, if you want to wash your vehicle every day, go ahead. If you want to wash your vehicle once a week like I do, be my guest. You stand out if you show up, and I've talked about this before. You will stand out from amongst the crowd if you show up in a nice, clean vehicle, and the customer sees that, or a potential prospect, that is. They see that, versus you showing up in a dirty old vehicle. It can be the same vehicle, just dirty, muddy, unclean. They'll think you're the same way, And so when you go do estimates, it's nice to be in something that's more presentable, like a new a clean vehicle, right? And so because a new vehicle doesn't make you more money, it doesn't impress anybody, I bought it just for reliability's sake. I've always had problems with trucks breaking down, so I got tired of that, and personally just went ahead and bought a new one. Could I have bought a good used one? Sure, but I'm the one that's making the decisions for how my business operates. So that's just the decision that I made. But again, going back to the car washes, you know, maybe you should invest in a monthly plan at your local car wash. Maybe you don't have one in your area. Well, then you're gonna have to wash by hand. But I suggest you guys, so my whole point is to wash your truck once a week. I know it's hard for some of you to take that into account because washing a vehicle is not fun. You know, some of you is like an extra chore that you got to do. Well, that's part of business. That's just what you got to do in order to, you know, continue looking presentable and professional. If you're the type of guy that never washes his equipment or his truck or his trailer, if you have an enclosed trailer, you know, customers gonna think you're a dirty slob. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. People say don't judge a book by its cover, but I'm sorry, reality is people do judge. It is what it is. So just kind of tips there on truck maintenance. Maybe you have a vehicle like a car that you drive and perform lawns. I started out in a 2004 Nissan Sentra with the mower folded, the Toro mower folded, put in the back of the trunk, and the trimmer in the middle console right here, and the blower in the back. Okay, talk about humble beginnings. I started in a car with no trailer, luckily to have my own push mower. I didn't have to use, you know, customers' push mower. I believe maybe there was one time that I used a customer's riding mower because it saved me time, but those were like that was back in the day when I was real young, still young, when I was like just starting out at like 12 or like 15 or something. I got to use a customer's riding mower. But anyways, in my business, not when I was doing it as a hobby on the side, in my business, I've never borrowed any customer's equipment. It's always been mine. So, but again, maybe use a car. Same thing with a car, you know, make sure you're doing the maintenance. Oil changes every 5,000. You know, spark plugs. How's your fuel filter? How is your air filters? How are all your filters? Make sure you are checking on a regular basis your oil. How about your transmission fluid? Your clutch if you drive a manual. A lot of these things you just got to check. And if you do this on like just checking these things on a weekly basis, I feel like your truck will last longer and you won't have to run into a surprise breakdown. So if you check for leaks, you know, once a week, just pop your hood. Make sure you pop your hood when it's cooled off. You don't want to be touching hot engine components. Make sure when it's cool, you open it up and you just look inside, see if there's any leaks. If you do have a leak, have a mechanic check it out and see if it is if it needs to be repaired. Obviously, anything that leaks oil needs to be fixed. So make sure, you know, if you have leaks, take it to a mechanic and have them examine it. Don't cheap out on your mechanic too. Now, I'm not saying go to a dealer, okay, because dealers are the ripoffs. They will charge you a pretty penny to diagnose your machine, or your, not machine, well, machine too, but diagnose your truck or car and tell you what's wrong with it, just to give you a $200 bill and say, do you want us to fix it or not? If you don't, here's a $200 bill. If you want us to fix it, oh, we'll just, you know, refund you some amount and whatever. Which I know they got to make money, but please do not take your vehicle to the dealer unless that problem is under warranty. Okay? But find yourself a good, reputable mechanic. One that's got good reviews. Maybe he's on Google My Business. All right? You business owners, Google My Business. You know about that. I've preached so many times about it. How about you look for a mechanic that has good reviews, that's reputable, trustable, or trustworthy? Trustable. That should be a word. find yourself a good mechanic and build relationships. And then maybe that mechanic can do all of your maintenance and keep records. So I think that'll wrap up. I think I've talked long enough. Still got about 10 minutes, but I want to wrap things up. And I hope you guys appreciate it. Again, check out the Motor Grow channel on YouTube. And if you are watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. Smash the like button. Share this with someone that might find it, that might gain some knowledge from it, might find it worthy to watch. And also, don't forget to leave a comment down below. I'd really appreciate that. Give me feedback, and if there's things that you want me to talk about, let me know in the comments down below, all right? So again, this is the first, I believe this might be the second or first podcast episode that I've uploaded to YouTube. So, but if you're watching on or if you're listening on like Spotify or Anchor or any other like Apple Podcast platform, this should be episode number 61. So that's right, people of YouTube, if this is your first time, we got 60 plus more episodes for you to listen to. And if you want to, you can find them in the description down below. The podcast is listed in the description, and also it's on my channel and the quick links that you can find on the top right corner, and also in the about page. So there's so many ways of finding my podcast episode. And if you have trouble, just leave a comment, and I will post a link in the reply. All right. So thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. God bless you. More to come like this. All right. I'm gonna try my best to do video versions. I know some of you like to watch me talk. Do you like to watch me talk? Time for me to head out. That's all I know. Anyways, guys, take care. This has been Phil with the Motor Grow channel and podcast. Thank you guys so much. And if you are listening on on the podcast platform or the audio version of this, there's nothing really to watch, all right? So you don't have to go back on YouTube. I don't show anything that the listeners might miss out on. So don't worry, guys. All of you listeners did not miss anything that the watchers have seen. All right, take care. God bless you, and we'll see you in the next one.